Okay, let's move.
Let's
Let's
move
move
on.
on to the next book, because this actually ties in very well with our events recently, Justin. Because you and I recently watched a movie in the theaters that you were very excited for. You're a big fan of this franchise. I know it.
Oh yeah.
Like
And I
Hellboy.
and unfortunately I think I might have ruined the film for you when I kept
No,
pulling and tugging you.
no, you didn't. You didn't. You were. I was very excited to go see it with you. We saw it with a couple friends. It was Alien Romulus, the latest Alien film, and it was a lot of fun. I dug it. I
Quite
thought it
possibly the
was
best
pretty.
alien film since Aliens.
I mean, it's definitely one of the better ones since Aliens, in my opinion. Because this franchise has been in recent decades has been very hit or miss, and more miss than hit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And for me, at least, this one hit. I dug it and I enjoyed watching it with you. But to tie in to the film, Marvel and 20th Century Studios released very recently, I think it was last week, this first issue came out. It was Aliens versus Avengers because
Or
you
AVA.
knew AVA because you knew this was going to happen when Disney released or when they you know took over 20th Century Fox. They got the rights to the apes, they got the rights to Predator and Alien, and it was only a matter of time before these characters collided with the Marvel heroes because Alien and Predator, they have a history with comics, like a heavy history with comics. They've crossed over with everybody. They've had books of their own. They've crossed over with the Terminator, RoboCop, Superman, Batman,
Oh
um,
yeah.
now it's Marvel's time to shine with these characters. And I got an issue today as of this recording, and I had to go to a couple places to get an issue, and it's not even I got a variant cover. Let me put it that way. This thing is selling like hot cakes. I got the variant cover where it's kind of homaging. I think it's Alien 3,
Yeah,
you
Alien
know?
3.
Yeah, and it's a really
Wait, who's that at the top?
I'm okay, so obviously it's Iron Man on the
Yeah,
bottom.
yeah.
I'm guessing that at the top that is Captain Marvel.
Oh, okay, okay. Well,
Yeah,
huh.
because Carol
Oh
is
well
in
that makes
this
sense.
issue.
No,
Right.
yeah, I know she's
So
in the issue.
yeah, it's just a little hard to tell. I thought it was Green Lantern at first. I was like, wait a minute. This
I
is
thought
not
that was
right here.
Batman, actually. I was like, what the
Batman.
fuck? The Justice League's in here too?
Hell yeah. The most unlikely Marvel versus DC book you'd ever see.
Marvel
With the
versus DC
aliens.
versus aliens.
Oh, and then a predator shows up. But this is following the trend of the 20th Century Studios, which is a comic line now, um, making these crossover books. They have Planet of the Apes books, they have Predator books, they have Alien books and everything. I think it was last year they released Wolverine versus Predator, uh, which I heard was really cool. I heard was a really cool book and a whole really cool concept. Um, they released alongside Avengers versus Aliens, Black Panther versus Predator, which is pretty cool. I've not read it. Do you know anything about that?
I've heard stories about it. Apparently, a lot of people like it.
Well, I should have picked up an issue today because there were plenty of This was the one that was gonna sell. You know what I mean? Um, because this is all the aliens versus all the heroes. And have you read any of it? Have you heard anything about Alien versus Avengers?
Yeah. I know like tidbits of the story that apparently to start. You've already read it, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
just I
okay, okay.
just finished before recording this. I just finished the issue.
Oh, okay. Well, I know that it starts off with Black Panther. Apparently, he has a galactic empire.
Yeah, yeah. And he's with
And,
his son. Wakabi, I think his name is.
no, Azurdi.
Zuri. Who's
Yeah,
Wakabi?
I don't know. I've never heard that one before. But
Wakabi. Azur. Yes, yes. And they're in
but
space and everything.
yeah, and what I really like about that, like about that moment in the comics is it's really Black Panther like getting himself affiliated with this one character who is basically an android from the Alien films.
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
and what I really like about it is how like um in the middle of the story it shows just how progressively worse it gets for people on Earth
Oh my God.
when the aliens are there,
Yeah.
especially this is like possibly the most badass fucking thing. And you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm fucking talking about. I see that
Yeah.
smirk.
Yeah.
Um, so apparently this is taking place like right when like the X-Men they're in their Krakoa fucking thing.
Uh-huh.
And they're all leaving for Mars except for one, fucking Apocalypse. And probably says the most badass fucking thing ever said that he's ever fucking said before. Oh, I'm
This
gonna
is the
stay.
coolest Apocalypse has ever been.
Oh, I'm gonna stay, but I'm gonna go out, either die trying or, you know, if I kick the bucket. Because one thing I go by, only the fucking strongest can fucking live.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's a cool book to kind of set this up for newer readers because it's funny, I before this meeting I ran into Miles, who we talked about just now, and Crystal, and Crystal is a big Alien fan, big Alien fan, and I recommended this to her, because you the reason I recommended it is she doesn't read comics or anything. As far as I know, she doesn't. She's not invested like we are.
Mhm.
The reason I recommended it is because this is set on its own Earth. Like this is a completely different universe than the main canon. It is written by Jonathan Hickman and it's illustrated by Asad Ribic, who notably worked together on Secret Wars from 2015. But this is its own canon. It's the Marvel universe if Wayland were a company within it.
Yeah.
Like you see Wayland himself as an old man, and it's set in the future. Like this, they've been dealing with this for a while. So the main characters we see are Bruce Banner as an old man, Carol Danvers, Miles Morales, Valeria Richards. We do start with T'Challa and his son, kind of dealing with a Kree, or I'm sorry, not the Kree. What are the Shi'ar? They're experimenting on this Kree soldier who was infected by the parasite, the xenomorphic parasite, and it's crazy. Like the first scene is Black Panther and his crew going up against a whole bunch of xenomorphs, chasing him down. And you see these ships that are predisposed with eggs and like they're all going across the galaxy and they're going for Earth and these ships have like four queens on each one.
Oh yeah.
So whenever I thought about like who would win, Alien or the Avengers, like on instinct I'm always thinking the Avengers are going to take it. But in this book they really establish how the Avengers are fucked
Oh yeah,
because
dude. Like
it's
because
insane.
they went on it like like kind of like how like like the xenomorphs like the way how their like evolution is normally played, like uh xenomorph when one gets infected it'll emerge with similar properties.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane, dude. And like they when they get to Earth, they take it within like days, dude. Like they
Oh
spread
yeah.
within a day. They get a queen the following days. They are all over the planet. There's only one city, one mega city left within Earth, and they're having to decide whether or not they can save humanity or just run, just get out, run take whatever they can from the human race and split, like how the mutants did going to Mars. And the thing is, this is obviously a limited run. And this is the first issue. So I have no idea really where, especially with the cliffhanger, I have no idea where this is headed. Um, okay, I'm a spoil. Okay, Justin, are you ready?
Hmm.
It's the first issue. And for those who are listening, who may be listening, cover your ears if you want to read it yourself.
Oh, I know what you're
Um,
talking about.
okay, it's at the very end.
Do it.
You get some real cool mashups.
Do it.
Like you see, you see the Hulk fight some xenomorphs. You see Spider-Man going through his thing. You see Captain Marvel and everything. You see Black Panther. And at the end, Valeria is trying to concoct a cure for the face huggers, pretty much. Like create a virus for the virus, because that's what this parasite is. It's a virus that's going all over the place. You can tell the pandemic in 2020 really influenced how this was being written. So Valeria tries to make a cure. It's revealed that she was infected by the xenomorph, and she dies. There's a fucking crazy fight scene between the Hulk and a giant xenomorph and everything. And uh, what happens is a face like he beats it. A face hugger shows up, comes after Spider-Man, who is Miles Morales. So it's not Peter. I can only assume that Peter died at some point. I don't know yet. But it's Miles here. He's like probably what, like early 40s maybe.
Yeah.
And Miles gets the face hugger on him, and it's all over him, and you can, because you know the movie so well, you can hear it. You can hear like it going through his mask and everything. And everyone's like, "Oh shit, Spider-Man's about it's over. It's over at this point." And what happens is the facehugger gets off him, and it's revealed that Miles was infected already with a symbiote, and it affects the facehugger, and this facehugger is now talking with the symbiote voice, and it's like it's coherent, and Miles is like, oh, what the hell just happened? It gets on him now, and it's like anti-venom in the new game, and it's like, oh shit, we have a fighting chance now. They're gonna use xenomorphs against xenomorphs on this symbiote level. It's symbiote plus face hugger. That's this shit plus a xenomorph. Like that's
I've always
insane.
kind of wondered, like who the fuck would come out on top of a xenomorph or a symbiote?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because they're pretty much the
They're
same
practically
thing,
the same thing.
And now they heard you. They heard you, and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna put that shit into a comic book. We're gonna make it funny. We're gonna make it dope because it's dope."
You know what? Something told me like if they acquire fucking Fox, this shit was gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I mean, it was it's unbelievable, dude. I'm very excited. Jonathan Hickman is one of my favorite writers currently in comic books. He's currently doing um Ultimate Spider-Man, the new one coming out each
Mhm.
month. And he, like I mentioned, he did Secret Wars, he did the Fantastic Four that kind of preceded the new Avengers and everything. He's a prolific writer. I really love his stuff, and this first issue sold me because it's I usually hate how comics are run by what happens in the films. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel like that happens more with Marvel than DC. I think it happens the most with Marvel.
yeah.
But this is not that by any means. This is just like a really fun,
Don't
really
think
depressing book. Um,
the
what do you
Hulk
think
saying
about the
every
matchup?
time we're fucked.
We're, what's funny
There's
about that
nothing
is
we
that
can do, Carol. We're fucked.
when I went to see at the Hollywood Bowl with Andrew for the Marvel concert, the whole time we're just doing the smart Hulk voice, just the whole time. Geez, Cap. Here we go. Oh, Xenomorph, you know.
God
But what do
damn
you
it.
think of the pair up of Avengers and Aliens?
I say like this issue did what it was supposed to do, sell me, and it did. And the fact that they even went as far as to show like how fucked up this shit can get really like shows me like oh fuck. So they're actually paying attention to the source material now.
Yeah, for sure. This is definitely, it's they're fans of Alien. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
They're fans, and I found it very interesting that they did. It's its own universe, but it is retconning to add Wayland into it because that's something I was curious about. Is it like a parallel Earth situation? Like, is it are universes colliding? Is Wayland even a thing? But no, he is, and they bring up those kind of those esoteric themes of like what are we gonna do now? We're the last of humanity. How do we deal with the future of humanity? You know,
Oh
and
yeah.
it's very interesting, especially since a lot of these characters, like Bruce Banner, is old and he's blind due to gamma sickness. You know, he has
Oh yeah.
cataracts. You know, they're old. They're old. They've lived in this world for a while, and the art is just stellar.
I like
And
the art.
I recommend it. Yeah, dude, this guy is freaking dope. That famous panel of Doctor Doom grabbing Thanos' spine and ripping it out. That's who this guy is, you know?
Oh yeah.
God
That's
damn
who
it.
he is.
That's the motherfucker. Uh, but yeah, I recommend it wholly. And you know, here, wait, hold up. In space, no one can hear you scream. Give-
Oh God.
We're in space.
Oh man.
Oh, oh.
Oh, that's a nice actually after effect.
Right? I feel like no one can hear me because I'm in space.
Look like a fucking nebula.
If Ripley shows up in this series, it's lit.
One can only hope.
Phase 4 could have been about the Fantastic Four and establishing them in the MCU, not having to use the whole multiverse angle to do it. We could have gotten a couple films about them, learning about them, their place in the MCU, especially now that the Avengers are kind of disbanded. Here comes this group of heroes to kind of take the limelight, to inspire the world through science, and slowly you start to hear about people with powers coming about. Reed Richards might even be fascinated and examine some of these people. He is a doctor after all. He knows about biology. Maybe he peers into their genetic material and he sees that there are some odd mutations involved in their DNA. And slowly, these beings rise up. We still get things like WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, She-Hulk even, Shang-Chi, but the Fantastic Four are the ones to really drive Phase 4. Come on! Come on!
Ugh. Alrighty, what's up, everybody?
Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, you take it, bitch.
And we are back, and we are going to wrap it up on this one. It was a lot of fun. We had some really great discussions. Justin, thank you for helping me out. I love doing podcasting with you. Love filming with you. We still have some things to film before our films come out later this year in October. Golden Hour, a trailer just released for it, and we have that one in the bag. It's coming out, and we have a little PSA that we're going to do with Mr. Justin regarding film etiquette at some point. So, guys,
That's true.
So get excited. Are you excited, Justin?
Oh yeah, I'm very excited. Especially with the fact that that we're going to be doing a little bit more filming. But once we get that done, then we should be good.
You'll see more of Justin if you pay attention to the cinematic aspect of this channel. See some
Actually, I think you'll see a lot more of me when you see people just follow the screams. Follow the screams.
just follow the screams, yeah.
Yeah, and you'll find me at the
Yeah.
at the center of it all.
Unlike Earth, in space, no one can hear you scream.
And I'm in space mostly.
Yeah, that's true. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Have a good one. Please do that YouTube stuff of liking and sharing and subscribing. And you'll see more of us talking about comic books and everything. Justin, thank you again for all your wonderful help. Guys, have a good one. Stay safe. And goodbye.
Hey, goodbye.